Welcome to final round. After the drama that unfolded yesterday, we're back and fighting for another chance of a podium. Still, Sao Paulo GP. We are 4 races in and it is a lot better at the moment. Just the 1 point dropped in race number 2, and that was actually because we had 2 safety cars in one race. Sadly, I wasn't recording, but Lando Norris, the AI, did 8 laps on the hards. We just couldn't catch him up in the end, but this is a target at the moment, 368, but obviously we want to go as high as we can. There is plenty more players to go who could potentially put in a very decent score. So let's give it our best shot as we go searching at a very difficult Monza circuit to come. Here we go, let's get it on. And I know I've said it not a lot lately, we got a decent matchup. That's what we like, but Monza is very tough and it could see Lando Norris of the AI do 4-5 laps on a medium set of tyres. That's going to be painful if it comes to light. But we're going to go hards and we're going to go softs here for Norris. And we're going to hope, just hope, that we can steal a bit of a march on the first lap and we can hold a speed advantage. We're going to risk it. We're going to try, because ultimately, if we do hards, we're going to double stack. Ocon doesn't get the best start. He's on a fast. Norris, P9. Into the first corner. Bit of a sandwich, but Ocon likes his sandwich because he's out in P5. Norris hasn't got anywhere on this first lap. Sits in P10. And you can see now he makes a couple of positions. So does Esteban Ocon. Norris now, still 8th. Can't push too much though with him. And out of the corners we come. We're going to be okay, I think, on tyres with Norris. Norris has got some good tyre management stats. And that is a move on Lewis Hamilton. We're going to keep pushing because we can start to conserve a little bit later on in this stint, because we can get past the McLaren it was. And we're into P3. Out front, medium tyres are our enemy. We're going to try and keep up. And look at this now, Max Verstappen struggling. Can we get past? Yes, we can. We've got to watch them tyres though. You can see we're right on the cusp. We're going to have to conserve this lap now as Russell comes in. So let's conserve as much as we can. And we'll probably... Well, I want to go softs again, but I don't think it's going to work. I think we can push a little bit. Let's go softs. Hopefully these 2 out front pit. They should do. And Norris is about to run out of tyres. But will he just get round the last corner fine? He will. And in the pits he comes. That's a good move. And now, Ocon, decent tyres, will push. And we could have gone one stop. We chose not to. We need to get past Alonso, though. Oh, that's a good corner cut by Norris. Into P7. What about what's ahead of us? Interesting tyre choices ahead. I'm going to try and close this gap. But we will be fast at the end. That's going to be the main thing from us. That's going to be the good thing as we come down into the final corner to start lap. Wow, look at that McLaren, very slow. Can we get past Leclerc? Oh my God, I thought Ocon was going to get through then. Not yet, we can't. What about now? Yes, we can. We're going to try and push past Norris. Norris is holding us up big time. What's the gap behind? Decent gap here. I might pit, get myself onto some mediums. But what does the McLaren do ahead of us? Oh, actually, no, let's not. Safety car, let's do it. I'm going to stay on the hards. No point. Free pit stop. This is big. Free pit stop pretty much. We're only going to lose 1 spot. And we probably could have gone softs for Norris with his tyre management. But we had a quick call to make. And it sees us P6, P7, and ahead of us, we've got Perez will pit, Leclerc should pit, Russell will pit, and it will leave us against Max Verstappen and Lando Norris on the hard tyres. Stroll will pit behind us. So we've got a chance here. And Ocon's going to be on some fast tyres. We're going to have maximum power units. We've got a chance. We've rescued a potential chance. And we got lucky pitting. We got lucky. Nearly got max power unit. It is going to be Max Verstappen and Lando Norris, our biggest threats. I don't think Charles Leclerc will have 2 laps in him. But he will be a danger straight away. So, let's get the show on the road. As we get racing again here. And we're already behind Norris. We've already got Ocon all the way over the back of the Mercedes. And here's Norris. Can't get through. We'll bide our time. Now, we'll push at every opportunity to try and get past. You can see in the background, Ocon gets past. Norris, we can now get past with both cars. And it is P3, P4. Push, push, push is what we need to do. And we are behind the 2 hard tyre runners. Here's Norris on the mediums. Oh, Leclerc comes in. It was Leclerc who had to pit. Down the straight we go. Last lap. There's a move. We swore Max Verstappen. And we are into, finally on the last lap, P1, P2. But what a crazy, crazy race with another safety car. It has obviously helped us as well. We're going to come home at one of the most difficult tracks on F1 Clash and score the maximum points with the rival P5 and P7. But we take it. You take your luck whenever you can get it. Ocon wins. Norris second. And what a result for the team. Let's show you that matchup. It was heavily in our favour, which we are certainly not going to complain about. We only complain about the bad ones, of course. 1477 for the rival. He had a level 5 epic, and the car not a million miles away, just dropping a little bit. Virtue, very jealous. Miami with the absolute heat of 30 to 40 degrees. What are we going to get? It's 38 degrees in qualifying. That, you need your sun cream out. And we're out qualified. P10, P12. We need a good start. And it is 39 degrees to start off with. Now, I'm going to run Norris on the softs. Because I feel... And I'm going to start Ocon on the hards. Because I feel like Norris, with his 97 tyre management, should still be able to get 2 laps. Ocon, I want to do 3 straight off. With a good start, this would make it a lot more easier. Ocon, struggling on that race start. But can he push through? And we've pushed through slightly, we have. And we're up to P4. We've got ahead of rival on the hard tyres. If we could get ahead of that rival on the softs with Ocon, that would be perfect. And there you go. There's a move. And that is into P3 for Esteban Ocon. If we can get a couple of good positions now, we can give ourselves a bit of a defence. And look at that. Norris flying. Ocon trying to get that P1. Norris past the rival as well. Brilliant, brilliant first lap from our boys. And Norris is going to be okay as well for tyres here because he has got over 50. Norris, we're going to try and... Ocon, sorry. We're going to try and take the lead here. And we can. So good, good first lap under our belts. It's Ocon P1, Norris P3 with Norris in the middle of it. And the AI rival pushing still at the moment. So this is looking good. We will also just go back for some more softs at the end of this. And look at Norris flying. And that's pretty good. That's what we want to see from our team. Them upgrades working well. And then down the straight we shall come. Norris will come in this lap. Ocon just couldn't hold the rival up there. We're going to use all his power unit. And we're probably going to just do a... We'll go mediums. We might still only do 2 laps though. As Norris comes out in a bit of traffic. That's not what we wanted. But can we skate past these pretty quickly. We've got Alonso ahead of us. And we can get Alonso. We're going to just push so we don't lose any time. And you can see we're already up to P6. We don't want to waste too much tyre, of course. But you can see now we're right in this pack. And Ocon will pit for mediums. Could have done softs. But we haven't. And we go round again. No one going round because obviously we're on the lap 4. And we've got Norris in a pretty good position. Ocon comes back out P2, just ahead of the medium runner rival. And we will just build up the power unit now. Norris will come back out on the hards after this stint. 32 degrees now. Which is good. Good, good, good. It's cooled down a bit. Creeping back up though, 33. And we can cruise down the straight to get that power unit. So Norris will make his last stop. Ocon will continue through. And he will probably, doesn't need to, but we will just go for the mediums. Just in case it gets a bit hot. What about Norris? He comes out P5. With a bit of work to do, but he's going to make light work of... Well, thought he was going to make light work of Hamilton. He now does. P4. And we're pushing Ocon all the time to create the gap. And where have we got at the minute? As the rival manages to squeak back past us. Are we in danger of losing P2? We probably are on power unit. As Ocon will come into the pits. We'll push again on the rival. Rival starts to push as well. We get the good exit out the corner. And we are into P1. We are coming out with Ocon. And we're going to just start to fall behind a little bit. But rival's pushing hard. Track temperature up to 35. And we're going to try and hold him up. But, well, I mean, he came straight past. But surely he's going to run out of tyres here. We're going to keep pushing Norris. But we are pretty good at what we do. And here's a move. Brilliant move for Norris. He's passed the rival and he still has to pit. Other rival back in P6. Might not be any trouble there. As we push again. And Norris has got a good gap. Norris and Ocon start lap number 7. 34 degrees. Soft tyres for the rival. And we've got some power unit in reserve for Esteban Ocon. Make sure to let me know how you're doing this weekend. How have you found it? Some tricky tracks on there. And through the final, we're going down the straight. And it is going to be another beautiful 47. After the luck in Monza, we've managed to pull off P1 for Norris, P2 for Ocon. And it is a very nice 47 points. And we tried not to moan too much at the matchups. I feel like we need a good headspace. It's all about mentality. And look at that. 1617 versus 1754. And yeah, 8 Hamilton, 8 Norris. And a pretty decent car as well, carrying a lot of speed. But we'll take them wins. Absolutely. Race 7 and Hungary. Let's do this. Let's keep up the good form. And we are a couple of races away from hopefully only dropping the 1 point. We've got a good match. And we start 8th and 9th. Ocon will do 5 laps. Norris will do 4. And Ocon, we are going to put on Cupper. He's been struggling as of late. We're going to go Cupper as well for Lando Norris. And actually, I'm going to change that. I'm going to use Prince for a bit of blocking instead. Norris will do 4 laps on the soft. Ocon 5 laps on the mediums. We'll obviously get a great start and it will be happy days. We wish. So lights out. Away we go. And can Ocon find that second gear and plough through? He can't, but Norris can go round the outside, take the inside line, and he is in to P1 and can cut down to savour them tyres already. Ocon on the mediums, picking the slower tyre to start off this race, sits P4 with Lando Norris now behind us. We're up to P3. Lewis Hamilton chasing us down, who's looking pretty racy so far. And we'll see if we can just keep him behind. He must be on the softs, and yes, he is. So we just got to keep him behind. Ocon, best of the rest so far, in P3. Hopefully, Ocon can build that power unit, pit with 3 laps to go onto the softs and be really fast. Hamilton most likely will go hards or mediums. Can't see him doing softs. As down the straight we go. Pulling a bit of a gap already to the field. Look, it's the Red Bull of Max Verstappen staying with us. And that's because Lando Norris in P5 is on the hard tyres and he is holding the field up. Kind of like an Alonso train. Or a DRS train at Brazil. They can't get away from it. So approaching the pit stop phase. Norris goes on and we'll pit this lap. We don't need to push too much, but we will go mediums. We're going to have a lot of power unit left. Looking at the field, I don't want to pit and sort of potentially get a safety car. So I might actually pit Ocon here, but let's see. I can't really push too much. We're going to carry on round. That always worries me when it comes up with that message saying your tyres are low, because I always think it's a safety car. But no safety car this time. Ocon comes out, and we're actually going to use Lando Norris to hold up. Hamilton goes to hards. So we are going to have to come back at Hamilton in this race, who is in P3. What's the gap at the moment? 6.7. So we're going to be about a second and a half behind as we come out, most likely. Ocon's in. Good stop needed. You can see Hamilton just rounds the final corner. Still, we haven't left our pit box. And we're actually going to drop to 4th, but no, we get the good exit and we're out. So a bit of work for Ocon to do if he wants this P2 position. And you can see, just ahead, there is Lewis Hamilton. Just got to push. Bide our time. We should be superior on speed. And now, coming into the last corner. Can't get through now. Up the inside. And we nicely take into P2. So, 1 3/4 of a lap to go. We are in a very, very solid position. Norris leads Ocon by around 3 seconds, with a couple of seconds back to Lewis Hamilton in 3rd. This will be a historic win for Norris as he starts the last lap. And we can push with Lap, the rival, who comes out P22. We have took him to the sword. Let's see who's fast. Wow, Ocon nearly crashed. That was a bit eerie, as he looked like we were about to swing. Where's the blue flags? There's the blue flags. We're finally past. Norris leads it home. And there's a lot of traffic out there right now, but we're going to get through, and that's because of our sheer pace. It is P1 for Lando Norris, P2 for Esteban Ocon. You can see the rival in P19 pushing on round now. But that was a good matchup. I'm not going to show you this debrief because they are just so far behind and it will take too much time. But 47 points for this race. So, final race of the Brazilian GP weekend. And we've got favourable conditions. It's raining though, whether or not you call that a favourable condition or not. But good qualifying. And look at Ocon in the rain, absolutely smashing it. P6 with Lando in P10. So we're going to go Kawhi on both. Seems to be a go-to boost. We're going to hope to get a good start and then say see you later to everybody else. AI will pit lap 5 with 3 lap 6. So perfect start for Ocon, fast start for Norris. That will hinder him a little bit. but it won't hinder Esteban Ocon, and he's already into P2, with Norris just struggling to get through briefly, and now Ocon hits the front. We'll use Ocon just to slow these part of the field down as Norris takes P7 and P6 and P5. Lovely moves, and that is Ocon's work done beautifully. He has grouped this field together in the help of Lando Norris. Now Ocon just gets behind, but we'll push and we'll start to create that gap back. And you can see we're already through. And Norris is doing bits as he is anyway. So all we've got to do, it'll be Lewis Hamilton, Max Verstappen and Lando Norris who do 6 laps on the wet tyres. So as long as we stay ahead of George Russell by a nice distance, and look at that for a move, Norris on Verstappen, he'll be wishing that's the case in real F1. We should be fine. We should be good. So, settling down, and it's Norris closing the gap on Lando. And this could be vital if we can take the lead, or take second at least, without having to actually do it the hard way. Here goes Lando Norris. Oh, what a move. Takes the inside line, makes it stick, and it is P1 and P2. We're still pushing, and I might just chill out with Ocon here. Bring Ocon in. No need to risk anything. Sit there, do 5 laps, come out and just cruise. Norris carries on. And you can see Ocon with that Kawhi boost as well. He's going to come out fairly close to the rest of the field. We'll push Norris. And you can see Ocon already actually into P4. Kawhi boost in the wet, working well. And he's going to take P3. He does. Perfect. Lando and Ocon even, get me words out, is flying. So here's where we expect the 3 cars to continue round. And yes, they do, look. 1, 2 and 3. As I said, that is what they do. Lando Norris, Max Verstappen, Lewis Hamilton all do 6 laps on these wet tyres. But we can just cruise because you'll see the tyres, they are pretty much gone. That's why they're conserving the 6 laps. And we're going to be absolutely fine here. As we come round the last corner, turn 12 I think it is, up through the hill. And we take P1 and P2 back. Great, great run. Ocon and Norris leading the way. It looks like it's just going to be the 1 point drop. And annoyingly, because of 2 safety cars in one race in Mexico, the AI Lando Norris doing 8 laps on the hard. We just couldn't catch him on the last corner. But for us, you got to take your luck either way. So, Monza, we had luck as well. So it's all swings and roundabouts. But it's been a lot better than yesterday. Yesterday, one of the hardest rounds that I've faced in recent times. And this one is now looking pretty good. Ocon's got 1 lap to go. And we're going to be good, I think. No safety car to ruin this party. Let's try and bring Lando Norris closer for a nice photo finish, maybe. But we've had the fair share of odd matches today, especially that one in Miami. But first corner, absolutely ripped that one apart, and it's looking very nicely. Lando Norris catching up Esteban Ocon, and he'll come across the line, and it will be P1 and P2 to finish off the Brazilian GP. And in this case, we will have to wait for the rival to finish, as he's quite a bit behind. P14, he'll come across, and P23 chasing down P22, the Alfa Romeo. Not going to grab it. It's going to stay P23, but he could get a move on the line. Done. No, he can't. So, 47 points in the bag. in the Brazil GP. Good matchup, as you can see. Of course, we don't moan about them ones. Level 5 Norris, level 5 Alonso. Car, speed, that's where you go wrong. You've got to take cornering. You've just got to. And let's see what it does to our scores. 8 races, 375. Just the one drop. Big shout out to Bjorn in P3, Rydon in P4 with some good scoring rounds as well. Stefan in P9 hoping to get into the top 10. So good luck to yourselves. But that is GP done. Another GP event done. We await Monday. We await to see where we finish, what rewards we get, and hopefully it will be worth it. But thanks so much for watching. Good luck in your rounds, and we'll see you for rewards time.